Getting ready for our Masters feature race. Here's the starting lineup, how they'll roll off. Bill Clemens Jr. on the pole, Josh Mullins to his outside. Row number 2, Scott Mosley, and points leader, Philip Young. 5th and 6th, Mark Swan and Mike Chambers. 7th and 8th, Dwight Pierce and Steve Carpenter. And rounding out this field, Lisa Young and Lamar Chambers. That is your starting lineup for our Masters feature race. Lights out on the pace car. Ryan's going to bring them to the green flag points paying Legends race feature, getting set to kick off. Bill Clemens Jr. and Josh Mullins on the front row. I'm excited to see how this one's going to play out.
It's been a while since Bill Clemens has been to victory lane. Round 3, his last win at Atlanta. Off of turn number 4, they come to the green flag side by side. The 21 of Mullins and the 15 of Bill Clemens. Now a little bit of jostling back in that second row. That's the 15 of Scott Mosley following the other 15 of Bill Clemens. Difference between those two, Clemens silver, Mosley white. Remember that as this broadcast goes along. Bill Clemens in the silver 15, however, jumps to the top spot. Caution flies, car spun. That's the 16 of Dwight Pierce. Across the start-finish line, lost it. So the yellow flag flies on the Masters feature. We did complete the lap, it looks like, so we're going to have 19 left to go when we go green once more. Replay right here, that red and black 16 going to be the car that goes around off the exit of turn number 4. Left side of your screen, and right there. 16 car loses it right in front of the start-finish line and comes to a stop on the checkerboard. First caution of this Masters event. This race, 20 laps or 20 minutes. Had one completed right there, so Clemens and Mullins, however, still going to be the top of the field in row number 1.
Lights out atop the pace vehicle field, doubling back up here. Bill Clemens Jr. liked the initial start of this one. We were able to complete one lap. He's going to hope for a restart that's similar to his initial start. Doubled back up. They come across the start-finish line. The whole field works to the bottom of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. Bill Clemens Jr. gets a little loose off of corner number 2. That opens the door for Scott Mosley in second.
Well, after the week that the 21 of Josh Mullins had a week ago, these cars do not want to let him anywhere near the front. Led every lap of this Masters feature race. Not going to do the same here. He's fallen under fire for that third position. That's from points leader Philip Young in that orange and purple 7. Young going to slot into the third position. Mullins finally finds a place in the 4th spot in front of the 14 of Mark Swan.
Across the start-finish line, Bill Clemens Jr. keeping that car smooth out front, but he's under attack from, looks like possible teammate Scott Mosley back there in second. Point leader Philip Young finds himself into third. As they come back to the start-finish line here, it'll be 14 laps to go.
Those two 15s from the same shop, if you can't tell by the paint schemes. 21 of Josh Mullins pulls off the racetrack on turn number 3, goes to the pit area. So Josh Mullins no longer in this conversation. He's going to take the right turn into the garage area, so that's the end of Mullins' night. So it's now between Plemons, Scott Mosley, and Phillip Young, the top three, the heavy hitters in this division right now, along with Mark Swan's 14 at the front of this field.
Yeah, Mark Swan slides into fourth place there, trying to hunt down the front three. As they're going to work back to the start-finish line. Going to be 11 laps to go for Bill Plemons Jr. this time. He's got a car separating himself and points leader Phillip Young. Phillip Young trying to get to these two leaders out front, Bill Plemons Jr. and Scott Mosley. Halfway down, halfway to go. We've reached the cross sticks. They are out. Bill Plemons Jr. is going to have to lead 10 more if he wants to park it in victory lane again this season.
Gap closing now out front between Bill Plemons and Scott Mosley. Plemons in the silver 15 out front, Mosley in that white car. And now a slip up by Plemons. The 15 of Mosley, content to ride right there in second that time. Didn't make the move for the top spot. Gap growing over the 7 of Phillip Young. Coming up on lap traffic right here. The 16 and the 10 car, those two that are the lapped issue. The 16 car of Dwight Pearson, the racing line. He's going to slide up just in time. That forces the 15 of Plemons to go low.
Yeah, Bill Plemons Jr. didn't get the run off the corner he wanted. That'll, affect him all the way through the exit of turn number 2, trying to pick back up that pace down the backstretch. He'll do so and stretch his lead back to about 2 car lengths. Coming back here to the start-finish line, 5 laps to go. Four laps to go. Phillip Young has re-entered this picture. More lap traffic ahead for Bill Plemons Jr. and Scott Mosley. Does that open the door for these drivers? Coming back here to the start-finish line, they'll cross the stripe. 3 laps to go. They'll work past lap traffic. Lisa Young. 2 laps to go here at the stripe. Bill Plemons Jr.'s got clean racetrack ahead. Can he hold on for another victory here at Atlanta Motor Speedway? Down the back straightaway, 2 car lengths over Scott Mosley.
We've had a new winner for 4 straight weeks in the Masters division. Bill Plemons is looking to get another win on the year. This would be his 3rd. Last win came in round number 3. He has 2 more turns to navigate. Lap traffic out front, not sure if he'll get there. Into turn number 3 goes Plemons, followed by Mosley and Young. Off of 4, Bill Plemons going back to victory lane at Atlanta in round 7.
A good run there for Bill Plemons Jr. as he'll pick up round 7 feature win here in our Masters division and cut into Phillip Young's points lead. How much, we're not sure yet, but we've got 1 round left to go. And it's going to be a nice championship night for this Masters division. It'll all be settled between Phillip Young, Bill Plemons Jr., and Mark Swan here next week, live on USLegendCars.tv or in person here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. $10 gets you into the grandstands to watch championship night as we see winner number 15, Bill Plemons Jr., going to take that car to Atlanta Motor Speedway